welcome back to My Boy's Koi. So this video is a Dainichi video. If you don't like Dainichi koi, this video is not for you, but if you do, we've got a lot of them. So I'm super excited to spin you around and show you these. Just want to give a mention because I think they definitely deserve it. There's been a lot of fires in North Wales and the fire brigade and the farmers have been working very hard. Farmers as well have been getting involved. I've seen them with water bowsers and everything else, doing their bit to try and get the fires out. The fires have been over acres and acres of land in eight places where we are between Llangollen and Corwin. There's been a lot of fires, so credit where it's due. They're working hard. But anyway, let's get on to some Dainichi fish. Let me spin you around and show you these. They're just counting them in now. The first 50 in there, but how much better did they look in the actual water in the pond? Beautiful fish. And they grow. That's the super exciting part. Watch these in a few weeks, they grow. I'm so excited for it. They're coming in at 16 degrees. We'll get them up to 25 in the next week. We'll hammer the food. And I'll be super excited to see how fast they start growing. You can see the average size in there, what, 8 to 12 cm. I'm excited to be showing you an update in maybe 4 weeks to see where they're looking then, or at least where some of them are looking then, but let's get them in one day. First 50 going in. So it's a busy day for deliveries. We've had used grey here as well. Ballast, sand, cement, and a new wheelbarrow, a 2025 plate wheelbarrow. I also bought a new spade yesterday. I mustn't be feeling too well, but we needed it. So got the one, I'm blowing, sorry, it's like that Taylor. So got the one with the puncture proof tyre. Hopefully that saves us going through wheelbarrows as fast as we do. 3 ton of ballast, 2 ton of sand, 10 bags of cement, and we're off on the concreting journey. I'm not going to harp on about the concreting, we're just going to crack on and get it done, but hopefully we get that patio area done for the pond to go at the end. So excited about doing that. But right now, I've got my little trusty trailer, going to crack on and get all this material down to the bottom. Absolute machine I am when I get going. 2 ton moved. But my scapegoat is I've got to go and get Mikey from there, so I haven't got to carry on for today. But the first 2 ton of ballast and sand is down there, so ready to go again on Monday for concrete. I might get a bit more moved over the weekend, but we're going to have a patio before long and I'll stop going on about it. So the first bit of concreting has been done and it looks really good, but it's a bit harder than what I expected. So we're just going to do a little bit more and then we're done for today. But it is getting there. It's going to take probably a couple of weeks really because we haven't got all the time to be spending on just this, but really happy with that first bit done. Once you start something you can't stop, so that's the first bit in. But we used a lot more material than I expected as well. We're about 2.5 tons into that one slab there, so yeah, surprisingly more than what I expected initially, but it is what it is. We're going to have to crack on and get it finished. Yeah. You stay there on that side. So in this bowl we've got some of the Dainichi white monkeys. This is the new variety everyone's talking about. So these are proper Dainichi from Dainichi. Tosai as well of this year. So we've got white monkeys and we've also got black diamonds in this bowl. Both very desirable, both amazing quality fish that grow really quickly. Really excited to get these growing on. A lot of people have been asking about them, so I thought why not get some in the bowl and show everyone what they look like. And yeah, do not disappoint. You having a good look, are you? Okay. So next up we've got some Dainichi yellow monkey, and you might be saying they're not as yellow as what you'd expect. A lot of them are not as yellow as they actually, well, as the name allows you to believe. Some of them are more yellow than others, and there's ones in there which are more yellow, but they're more of a light gold colour, and they're very beautiful fish. If you go onto the internet and look at some of the Dainichi, the big ones, the big jumbo tosai, very rarely are they bright yellow, but they're absolutely beautiful. And yeah, some of these are unbelievable. The gimmering quality is amazing, but they're just a bit small at the moment, so they're going to be growing on, get a bit of size on them, I'm super excited to have some Dainichi, genuine Dainichi yellow monkeys in as well. So lots happening with us at Dainichi at the moment. Really excited about it and really looking forward. These have been on the food and already they've got little bellies on them, so be excited to see what they do in the coming months. Beautiful fish. So it's another busy week. Things are flying along. 39 fish went out again this morning. About 25 or so went out yesterday. It's a lot of work, but we've got a very good system in place. Trial and error gets you there in the end, and I learned last year, and we are flying with the overwintering this year. We can smash them out, nice controlled, big amounts going out in one hit. Next customer, it's the way to do it. I also want to talk a little bit about the Dainichi that we've shown in this video. I haven't mentioned much about them. This was a deal that I did mention about 3 months ago. I've done this deal with Tony Pittam and Amir at Koi Waterman. Now, if you remember where we started, the very first supplier ever actually was Koi Waterman. They sold us fish when no one else would sell us fish. That's how hard it was for us to start in this. No one would sell us fish, and Koi Waterman did. And I've always had a lot of love and respect for them since doing that. And I spoke to Amir and Tony about Dainichi, because they've got a fantastic link with Dainichi. After a lot of negotiation, we bought a massive chunk of their shipments. We're the only other dealer apart from them in the country who got the Dainichi tow site in mass the way we have. I'm super excited to have them, some beautiful fish and more coming as well. I just wanted to mention about that. As I said, we don't work with anyone else now. We only ship direct from Japan. Now doing a little bit with Koi Waterman as well. Hopefully I'll be going out to Japan next year with them as well, because they're a great little group of lads. Moving on to the shop. So the shop is starting to look a bit tired. I feel like we only just built it, but it is starting to feel a bit tired. Let me show you. Damp on the ceiling, bit of a nightmare. Little bits of paint chipping, like up there on that ceiling. You see the sort of the paint starting to chip. There's a tile broke off down here by the door. Tiles broke. The door's very stiff. It needs planing. So it needs planing. Stuff like where we had the new sockets put in, but it hasn't been painted. There's lots of little bits, and I find them quite annoying. So the little niggly bits that we're going to be working on. So as soon as we finish that concrete, and this is going to become priority. We don't massively use the shop for retail the way a lot of people use their shops. It's more of a base for me. So I mentioned last week we got our pet shop license renewed as well, which that was really good and really exciting, and I feel like the shop just needs a bit of a facelift. So we're going to start working on that soon. I don't really know what to do. I need to get that tank back up and running. I might still put a pond back there. I know I've bummed hard about putting a pond back there, not putting a pond back there. I don't really know what to do. I really could do with more tank space. I was thinking about getting rid of this and then putting 2 custom vats next to each other, so we come out an extra foot or so. The longer but narrower. No, narrower but longer, whatever way around. You know what I mean. So I'll get 2 in the space instead of 1. So lots and lots of little things happening. Just trying to figure out 2025 and what we're going to be doing. And what's the next step for My Boys Koi. So many options, so much happening in the background. Never know what one to take. Always sort of thinking, should I, shouldn't I? Should we step up? Should we just make the shop look nice? Should we get a bigger premises? I don't know. I do love the fact that I never know what to do next. Fish are looking great though. I dropped this pond down earlier on, so I was trying to get some customers fish out. I did mention 39 fish went out today. Bit of a job, but the fish are looking really good. Ponds everywhere, full of fish. Look at that. You can end up walk on them in there. So yeah, lots of positive stuff. Feeling very inspired. I think the sun's out. It's making me feel a bit inspired. So what's next for My Boys Koi? So the end of another week. Look at me concrete pad, getting there. Unfortunately, you're probably going to need a lot more out that concrete pad because we're just not quite where we need to be at it. I'm just doing quite a big water change on these because they come down in temperature, so giving them one last stress event. Don't normally change a lot of water in that way, but one last stress event to see if we trigger anything, even parasites at this point now, because we have been scraping and we have found nothing but cold water can show a lot of demons. So we'll see how we get on with the first bit of the concrete and pad is now complete. The start of the step is now in place. So it's all coming along well. So I'm just going to end this with saying MBK comps every Friday and live auctions every Sunday. WhatsApp auction group, lots of stuff going on. Our event on the 3rd of May at Wholesale Wrexham. Tickets available on myboyskoi.com. lots and lots going on. I'm also writing a guide to keeping koi. After getting asked the same question quite a lot of times, so I said I'm going to put this pen to paper. Look out for that. Hopefully a little few tricks and tips and everything else you need to help you keep your koi healthy, and what I do. Hopefully that helps, you know, it might help someone. So lots going on, and I'm really enjoying it again at the moment. The weather just makes life so much better. I know it's a lot of me talking in these videos. I've been told to get a GoPro, so maybe I'll just stick a GoPro to my chest in future. Anyway, thanks for watching. I do appreciate you. Drop in the comments what's going on and tell me about your pond. I do like reading the comments. Thanks for watching. I'll catch you all next time.